Hello YouTube, what is good? So this week I'll be taking you with me during a shoot we had with Laura and a lot of red roses. I'm gonna talk about distortion of lenses, how you can compress an image, and on top of that I'm gonna show you how we can composite this image in a quick, easy way in Photoshop. So let's roll that intro and let's just get started. So I will show you some parts of behind the scenes footage shot during the shoot. So the first behind the scenes footage will be the model who's sitting on two white boards, and around her we have some red roses. Now the problem with it is when you want to do a shoot like this, you have no idea how many roses you actually need. Just in comparison, the studio is about 5 meters wide, and yeah, then she will be in there, and then around her we needed roses. Now the problem is we didn't have enough roses, so excuse me. One of the solutions would be to composite other roses into the shot. So we first managed to put Laura on the floor, then I addressed all the roses around her, and we did that by the use of live view in Capture One. Now this allows you to immediately see your footage as you are doing the adjustments. We're using live view, which is an option in Capture One, which allows you to actually use the live view from your camera while you are creating the scene. This makes it really interesting to make these kind of scenes, because when you take your camera, you put it on a tripod, you have your angle, you can immediately see like, hey, I want to do it like this, like that, I want to turn it up, turn it down, and you can actually put um, accessories in the scene and adjust them as accordingly you want to create your image. That means in this case for the roses, like I mentioned before, we are talking about lens compression, not distortion, lens compression. That means if you're shooting with a wide angle lens and you zoom in, you compress the background more. That means you push everything more to the back. So if you know that, you can use that to your advantage. In this case, on the image, you can actually see that there are a lot of open spots in the roses. But from my point of view, my camera point of view, there's not really an issue because there are no holes in the flowers. So let's roll that little behind the scenes so you will have an idea about what I'm talking, and then I will jump back in. So I will show you some raw images created in camera so you have an idea. So this is the first image. No, like, let's be honest. This is the first image I've created. It's shot without the strobe firing, just to make sure that there is no ambient light hitting the scene. Then this is the second one. So you can immediately see like the flowers. They look like they are really nice compressed, while they are actually the way you've seen in the video segment. So this is like straight out of camera, nothing has been done to it. So because I'm shooting this with a 7200 and I'm zooming in at 130 millimeters, you really don't see any holes in it because of the compression in the camera. Now these are some images. I'm just going quickly through them, nothing too crazy. And then we changed it up because I needed, like in this image, you can see that we have the flowers in front, but I needed a second image shot on the tripod so that I can composite it back in it. So this is the first image. Then we go to this image, and here we have the flowers laying in the back. So with these flowers, I was able to cut them out and put them in the backdrop. So in the end, we also shot these images, which are just the flowers, but I needed them to be able to mix them into Photoshop at a later stage. Oh, just by seeing the roses on the whiteboards, I was like, yeah, maybe it will be cool if she can sit in between them. So that's the footage you've just witnessed. And then on top of that, we had another idea to just put some roses on the floor and have her lay in it. Now, just for the people wondering, the outfit is the roses nailed onto a bikini outfit. For this last segment, it's just another pose Laura is taking on. And for the people wondering about the lighting, we had on the left side a big octabank, an indirect one to create that really soft light. And on the right side, we had a strip bank, no grid attached to it, because we wanted as much light as we wanted to create that nice white atmosphere in the images. Now, the strip bank on the right side, we had to turn it off because it was casting a shadow behind Laura on the images. So instead of using a V-flat countering the shadow and stuff, I decided to keep it the way it is, because when I'm using that compressed view, I need my line of sight to not be constructed by a softbox or anything. So that's why we just switched it off, put on more power in the left one, and it is big enough to compensate for the loss from the right strip bank. So that's it, and then I'll see you somewhere next week. Ciao, ciao.